Level 1. Raw Ronaldo. At Sporting, Ronaldo was pure electricity, skinny frame, high socks, loose shoulders, and a confidence that arrived before the end product ever did. Every time the ball reached his feet, the objective was simple: attack the defender in front of him. Not move the ball, not recycle possession, attack. Fullbacks knew exactly what was coming and still struggled to stop it. His game was built on instinct, explosive acceleration, elastic ankles, sharp cuts, and a relentless desire to take people on. He hugged the touchline, then burst inward without hesitation. Stepovers came in bunches. Sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. That didn't matter though. What mattered was that defenders were constantly off balance, constantly reacting. Decision-making was still developing at this stage. Crosses didn't always find targets. Shots were ambitious. The final touch came and went, but Sporting didn't need him to be finished. They needed him to disrupt games, and he did that immediately. Then came the friendly that sealed everything. Sporting versus Manchester United, August 2003. United defenders struggled to maintain him, and teammates noticed. That's when senior players pushed for him to be signed immediately. By the final whistle, the decision was made. After 5 goals at Sporting, he was going to Manchester. Level 2. Promising. Ronaldo arrived in England like a spark dropped into wet grass. The talent was obvious. The impact took time. From the first touch in the United shirt, the pace jumped. Premier League defenders closed faster, hit harder, and waited for mistakes. Ronaldo still played with that same hunger to beat his man, but now every step over came with consequences. Lose the ball, and the crowd let him know. Keep it too long, and the game moved past him. This era was noisy, flashy runs, sudden brilliance, long stretches where the final pass didn't land. He played mostly wide on the right, tasked with stretching defenses and creating imbalance. The dribbling stayed aggressive, but the league forced him to grow physically. He added muscle, learned how to ride tackles, and stopped going to ground at the first contact. Training under Ferguson sharpened his discipline. Defensive tracking became non-negotiable. Work rate wasn't optional. The numbers told the same story as the eye test. In the league, his goals climbed steadily. In 2003-04, he scored 6 goals in all competitions. Moments still broke through. The 2004 FA Cup final header against Millwall delivered silverware. Big games revealed flashes of confidence growing louder. His acceleration started to scare fullbacks. His crossing improved. Long-range shooting became a real weapon instead of a hopeful one. In the 2004-05 season, he ended up with 9 goals, and in the following season, he stepped up higher with 12 goals. Progress, not dominance, yet. Then came pressure off the pitch. The 2006 World Cup incident involving Wayne Rooney turned English crowds hostile. Booing followed him into the 2006-2007 season. Ronaldo didn't shrink. He leaned into it. Performances sharpened as he scored 23 goals in all competitions that season. Confidence hardened. The noise stopped bothering him. By this time, he was 22 with a total of more than 55 goals. He became a matchup no defense wanted to deal with. Level 3. Breakout star. By the start of the 2007-2008 season, the movements were sharper. The runs were earlier. The confidence was controlled. Ronaldo still started wide, but now he attacked the box like he owned it. Fullbacks couldn't sit off him. Centre-backs couldn't ignore him. He arrived in scoring positions with timing that felt deliberate. The goals followed immediately. That season, he scored 42 goals in all competitions, 31 Premier League goals, earning Manchester United the Premier League title. They also won the Champions League, and he of course got the first Ballon d'Or. Certain moments defined the shift. The free kick against Portsmouth, struck with venom and disbelief. The hat-trick against Newcastle that felt like a public announcement. Then the Champions League final in Moscow, a towering header planted past Peter Cech on the biggest night. That goal not only won him a trophy, but also changed his status. By now, teams adjusted entire game plans around him. 2 defenders shaded his side. Midfielders dropped deeper. Space opened elsewhere because Ronaldo demanded attention everywhere. The following season, 2008-09, the standard stayed high. 26 goals in all competitions, 18 league goals, Premier League title, Champions League finalist. The numbers dipped slightly, but the influence didn't. His shooting range expanded. His confidence from distance became absurd. The goal against Porto in the Champions League quarterfinals, struck from nearly 40 yards, ended debates. That was power, timing, and audacity rolled into one swing. This era rewired how Ronaldo was viewed. No longer a flashy winger learning the game, no longer a project. He was the league's most dangerous player, the competition's headline act, and the benchmark for elite attackers. By now, Manchester United had the best player on the planet with a total of 123 club goals. And you know, of course, where the best players go. You guessed right, Real Madrid. Level 4, global icon. The moment Ronaldo walked into Madrid, the scale changed. 94 million euros put him at the center of the football world. The Bernabeu was full, the spotlight was unforgiving, and Ronaldo walked in knowing exactly what the role demanded. From his very first season, the responsibility was clear: score, lead, deliver every week. He did exactly that. So in that 2009-10 season, he scored 33 goals in 35 games across all competitions. The team around him was still finding itself, but Ronaldo's output never dipped. He played higher, attacked central areas more often, and treated the penalty box like his territory. The dribbling became sharper and more direct. Fewer touches, more damage. By the next season, the jump was violent. 2010-11 season, 53 goals in all competitions, 40 La Liga goals, a league record at the time. 11 hat-tricks across competitions. This was volume scoring under pressure, not comfort. Madrid were chasing a Barcelona side playing at historic levels. Ronaldo responded by turning every game into a personal standard-setting exercise. 2 goals felt normal, 3 didn't surprise anyone. Certain moments locked in his status. The Copa del Rey final against Barcelona in 2011. Extra time, tight margins, tension everywhere. Ronaldo rose above the defense and powered home the winning header. That goal delivered Madrid a trophy and gave the rivalry a new balance. His rivalry with Messi became unavoidable. Every week, numbers were compared, performances dissected, headlines shared. Ronaldo didn't shy away from it. He leaned into it and raised his output again. Physically, he looked unstoppable. Stronger through contact, explosive in transition, dominant in the air. Defenders couldn't match his pace. Goalkeepers couldn't read his shooting. He scored from distance, from cutbacks, from crosses, from penalties. Repetition without fatigue. This era was defined by consistency under scrutiny. Ronaldo showed that he could transplant his game into the heaviest shirt in football and carry it immediately. And well, he wasn't done. By the time the 2011-12 season started, his movement felt automated. Runs across the back line were timed to the second. He attacked the near post, the far post, rebounds, second balls, nothing went unclaimed. Defenders stopped reacting and started guessing. The numbers came fast. 60 goals in all competitions, 46 La Liga goals. La Liga title with a 100-point season. That league campaign was ruthless. Counterattacks ended with Ronaldo finishing at full sprint. Tight matches ended with him breaking deadlocks. He scored braces for control, hat-tricks for emphasis, and penalties without hesitation. Every goal felt expected. His finishing variety expanded. One-touch finishes inside the box, headers arriving between centre-backs, low drives across goal, free kicks struck with conviction, not hope. This wasn't hot streak scoring, this was repetition at elite speed. The following season, 2012-13, raised the bar again. Scored in every Champions League knockout round and ended up with 55 goals in all competitions, 34 being the league goals. That Champions League run carried his signature, the hat-trick against Galatasaray, the dominance against Manchester United, the constant presence in the box. Madrid didn't always progress, but Ronaldo always delivered, earning him his second Ballon d'Or. Then came 2013-14, the season that sealed history. 51 goals in all competitions, 17 Champions League goals, a tournament record at the time. Champions League winner, his third Ballon d'Or. That campaign was about punishment. The hat-trick against Atletico in the Copa del Rey, the relentless scoring in Europe. The final in Lisbon ended with Ronaldo stepping up late, sealing La Decima with authority. It was a statement. Physically, this was peak efficiency. He didn't waste movement. He conserved nothing in the final third. Every sprint had purpose. Every run demanded attention. Defenders couldn't focus elsewhere because Ronaldo never stopped threatening space. This era defined his obsession with standards. Level 5, clutch legend. By this point, Ronaldo didn't need the whole game. He only needed the moments that mattered. So during the 2014-18 season, the shift was subtle but decisive. Fewer touches out wide, less defensive running, more patience. Ronaldo started treating matches like chapters. Quiet early, decisive late. His movement became surgical. He waited. Then he struck. the Champions League turned into his personal stage. For instance, in 2014 to 15, he ended up with 61 goals in all competitions, 10 goals in the Champions League, and even in seasons where Madrid didn't lift the trophy, Ronaldo delivered on schedule. Knockout rounds became routine scoring windows. One goal was never enough. He hunted margins. Then came 2015 to 16, the season where clutch stopped being a compliment and became a description. 51 goals all competitions, 16 Champions League goals, scored in every knockout round, Champions League winner, 4th Ballon d'Or. The hat-trick against Wolfsburg stands out. Madrid down 2 goals from the first leg, pressure everywhere. Ronaldo scored all 3, no theatrics, no delay. Just problem-solving at elite speed. His game now lived inside the box. He ghosted between defenders, attacked rebounds, and finished chances before goalkeepers could set their feet. He didn't overpower defenders anymore. He outfought them. 2016 to 17 took it even further. 42 goals in all competitions, 12 Champions League goals, Champions League winner. This was Ronaldo conserving energy for May. Quiet group stages, controlled performances, then explosions in the knockouts, the brace against Bayern in extra time, the hat-trick against Atletico in the semi-finals. In the final against Juventus, he scored twice, one calm finish, one arriving late in the box, perfectly timed. That final summed him up. He didn't dominate the ball, he dominated the outcome, earning him his 5th and last Ballon d'Or. By 2017 to 18, the numbers dipped slightly, but the timing stayed perfect. 15 Champions League goals, but another Champions League title with 44 goals in all competitions. The overhead kick against Juventus in Turin was proof of longevity meeting technique. 33 years old, full extension, perfect execution, even the opposing crowd applauded. This version of Ronaldo didn't need rhythm, he needed leverage. He understood where games were decided and arrived there first. Managers trusted him, teammates fed him, opponents feared knockout draws because of him. He was now sitting at more than 650 career goals. Level 6, the Italian operator. From his first season in 2018, Juventus leaned on him completely. Goals arrived through patience rather than pace. Headers won between defenders, rebounds attacked without hesitation, penalties taken with absolute calm. By the end of that campaign, he had powered his way past 20 league goals and led Juventus to another domestic title, doing exactly what he was signed to do. Then came the night that defined his time in Italy. Down 3 goals to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, Juventus needed belief more than tactics. Ronaldo delivered it with 3 finishes built on strength, timing, and control. 2 headers that punished defensive positioning and a penalty taken without hesitation. It wasn't a comeback driven by momentum, it was carried by presence. As Juventus's midfield creativity fluctuated, Ronaldo became the destination. Attacks bent toward him, crosses arrived early, second balls found him already moving. He responded by pushing his output higher, finishing one season with over 30 league goals while maintaining a steady stream in Europe. His positioning inside the box became his greatest weapon, especially against compact defenses designed to remove space. By his 3rd season, the environment around him shifted again. Tactical changes came and went. Ronaldo stayed constant. He finished the league campaign as Serie A's top scorer with 29 goals, many arriving in tight matches where margins disappeared. At an age when most forwards fade, he remained the final decision maker. Across 3 seasons in Italy, he delivered over 100 goals while carrying scoring responsibility through multiple systems and managers. No wasted movement, no dramatic reinvention, just control. So at the end of his time at Turin, he had amassed more than 780 career goals. So, was he done? Not really. Level 7, Immortal GOAT. Honestly, let's not talk about his Manchester United return. That was not an Immortal GOAT level status. Sorry. Let's just jump straight to how a 40-year-old man is scoring bangers in his 40s. You see, when Ronaldo arrived in Riyadh, the framing was obvious. New league, new market, late career. The kind of move football usually files under the long goodbye. Ronaldo treated it like a reset button. From the first matches, the behavior didn't match the narrative. He played full games, he demanded the ball, he attacked the box with the same urgency he'd shown a decade earlier. Defenders tracked him constantly, not out of respect, but necessity. Leave him alone for a second and the punishment followed. The goals came immediately, and they didn't slow down. Across 2023, he finished the calendar year as the world's top goal scorer with 54 goals for club and country. That's volume output most forwards never touch at their peak. Physically, the details stood out. He still rose above defenders in the air. He still struck the ball with authority. He still sprinted onto crosses late in matches when legs around him faded. This was a forward expected to decide games and doing it. By the 2023-24 season, the numbers reached a level that broke logic. Ronaldo finished as the Saudi Pro League's top scorer with 35 league goals, setting a new single-season record. Those goals arrived in every form imaginable: headers attacked between centre-backs, first-time finishes inside the box, penalties taken without hesitation, late winners when matches tightened. Al Nassr didn't spread responsibility around him, they leaned into it. Age usually reshapes roles. With Ronaldo, it sharpened them. His movement became even more economical. He arrived exactly where chances landed. He conserved energy for decisive actions and converted them with ruthless calm. Younger defenders tried to match him physically and couldn't. Others tried to anticipate him and arrived a step late. Currently, he already has more than 950 career goals and he's targeting 1,000. Will he achieve it before he retires? Well, only time will tell, but in the meantime, his eyes are on the 2026 World Cup, giving us a bonus level. Level 8, the final crown. You see, Ronaldo's international story never moved quickly. It stretched, it demanded patience. He debuted as a teenager carrying expectation before experience, then spent years being the face of a nation still learning how to win. Tournaments came and went, pressure followed him everywhere. Portugal didn't cycle stars in and out, they built entire eras around him. The breakthrough arrived in 2016 and it changed everything. Ronaldo scored in the group stage, delivered in the knockouts, and pushed Portugal through moments where margins disappeared. The final ended early for him on the pitch, but not in influence. From the sideline, he organized, demanded, and lifted. Portugal won their first major international trophy, and the weight that followed his career lifted permanently. 3 years later, he added substance to that success. In the 2019 Nations League, he delivered a hat-trick against Switzerland in the semi-finals and led Portugal to another trophy. By then, this wasn't about proving relevance. It was about sustaining authority. The records kept stacking quietly. All-time leading international goalscorer, most international appearances. Those numbers came from 2 decades of showing up, qualifying, advancing, and finishing when the moment demanded it. But he never won the most important cup, the World Cup. He's been close before, quarterfinals, semi-finals, nights where fine margins decided everything. Now, with a squad capable of controlling matches without leaning entirely on him, the opportunity looks real. On the other side, his role has evolved naturally. Less chasing, more positioning, less volume involvement, more decisive presence. He doesn't need to dominate 90 minutes, he needs to arrive once or twice. And he's still elite at that. Winning the World Cup would literally complete his career. But what do you think? Will he be crowned as the greatest of all time if he wins the 2026 World Cup? Comment down below. If you enjoyed watching the video, you'll surely love this one.